Let's be real, generative AI is absolutely everywhere. It promises to change everything about how we work. But underneath all that hype, there's a huge question we've got to ask. How do we actually use this stuff responsibly? Well, today, we're diving into the playbook that gives us a clear game plan to do just that.
You know that feeling, right? You use an AI tool, and on one hand, you're like, wow, this is magic. But on the other hand, there's this little voice in the back of your head. Maybe it's when an AI summary gets a key detail wrong, or a brainstormed idea feels kind of stereotypical. That's the moment the magic starts to fade, and the real questions begin.
So let's meet Sarah. She's a product manager, and her story is going to sound really familiar to a lot of you. She jumped headfirst into using AI to get more done, but she very quickly slammed into some very real and very tricky problems.
At first, Sarah was on top of the world. I mean, she was drafting user stories, summarizing market research at lightning speed. It was amazing. But then, and there's always a but, isn't there? She noticed the catch. The AI was just confidently making things up. It was spitting out biased content. And all of a sudden, this incredible new tool felt more like a ticking time bomb.
And look, Sarah's dilemma isn't just her problem. It's basically everyone's problem. Just look at these numbers. In a single year, the number of companies using this stuff regularly almost doubled. It shot up from 34% to a staggering 65%. We are all on this train, and it is moving incredibly fast.
But here's the thing. When you're moving that fast, it's so easy to miss what's right there under the surface. This amazing technology comes with some major risks we really can't afford to just ignore. So let's break down the 5 biggest ones.
Okay, so the playbook points to 5 critical areas: data privacy, transparency, inaccuracy, bias, and security. Now, they're all super important, but for right now, we're going to zero in on 2 of the biggest ones that people like Sarah are wrestling with every single day.
First up, inaccuracy. You know, the truly wild thing about AI is that it has no idea when it's lying. It can serve up completely fabricated info, what the experts call hallucinations, with the exact same confidence as it serves up hard facts. And that just completely torpedoes its trustworthiness, doesn't it?
And this is not some theoretical what-if problem. Oh no, this has real-world consequences. Just ask Air Canada. Their AI chatbot confidently told a customer the wrong info about a discount. The airline said, nope, chatbot's wrong, but a legal tribunal stepped in and said, too bad, you're liable for what your AI said. That's a mistake with a real price tag.
Okay, next up, data privacy. Every time you type a prompt into that little box, you have to ask yourself, where is this going? A lot of these AI models actually keep your data to train themselves, which creates a huge risk of exposing sensitive company secrets or personal info.
And it's not just us worrying about this. The regulators are definitely starting to pay attention. In 2023, the FTC opened a whole investigation into OpenAI. That's a massive signal that the way AI handles our data is officially under the microscope. The stakes are getting way higher.
So we've seen the risks, but this isn't about being afraid of AI. It's about being smart with it. Because being responsible isn't just about doing the right thing. It's about building a better business. It all comes down to trust, customers, and cold, hard cash. Ignoring this stuff is just bad for the bottom line. Let's just run the numbers. It all starts with trust. Right now, more than half, 57% of consumers, are already uncomfortable with how companies are using their data. That is a massive trust problem right out of the gate.
And that discomfort, it's not just a feeling. It translates directly into lost money. Over a third of people, 37%, have actually walked away and switched brands because they were worried about their privacy. That means your competitor who takes this seriously is grabbing your customers.
And if losing customers isn't enough to get your attention, maybe this will. The new EU AI Act can hit companies with fines up to 7% of their entire global annual revenue. For a huge company, that's not just a slap on the wrist, that's a catastrophic penalty. The risk is absolutely undeniable.
Okay, so the risks are real, the business case is clear. What in the world do we do about it? This is where the playbook comes in. It gives us a real concrete game plan, not just for the people at the top, but for individuals like you and me.
The big idea here is that responsibility is a team sport. It's a two-pronged approach. On one side, you've got the plays for company leaders, things like setting clear policies and even changing incentives to reward people for using AI responsibly. Then, on the other side, it gives power to individuals with tactics like gut checks or something called red teaming, where you actively try to break the AI to find its flaws. The point is, everybody has a part to play.
Let's zoom in on one of these plays because it's so simple and powerful. It's called the gut check. It's just 4 quick questions you ask yourself before you use AI for anything. Could this be biased? Is it okay if it's a little inaccurate? Am I using sensitive data? And could someone use this for something bad? It's a perfect example of how simple responsible AI can be.
And this brings us to what might be the most important takeaway of all. This stuff, it's not just for the CEOs and the policymakers. Every single person using AI has a part to play in this.
The playbook calls these responsibility micro-moments. I love that. They're those small, everyday decisions, like taking 10 seconds to do that gut check, that when we all do them, add up to have a massive impact. And here's a fantastic piece of career advice right from the playbook. Actually track these moments. When you choose to double-check for bias or decide not to upload sensitive data, make a little note of it. Then you can bring these simple, impactful actions up in your performance reviews. It shows your value and it helps nudge the entire company in the right direction.
So, I'll leave you with this question. You are using this technology probably every single day. We all are. The only question left is, are you making the choice to use it responsibly?